Second batter on. There's a Walkersville's at the plate, and we're in the top of the first inning. The Walkersville Lions at Catoctin. Lady Cougars in the field. Taylor Smith on the mound pitching.
As she struck out the leadoff batter, Ella Montgomery. Second batter in Walkersville Lions, Order Madison Lampianca, the catcher. Base hit up to center field. And we're now on third batter in order, Amelia Rakestraw, the designated player. Stays alive, low fastball, fouls it off. Taylor Smith, impressive ninth grade pitcher. 1.69 ERA. That ball into the gap, over the left fielder's head, bounces against the wall. Well played off the left field fence by the left fielder.
They were playing her a bit soft there. They're halfway in. Good power hitter on the lead. You lead off of the lineup. You'd think you'd give them a little bit of space.
Oh. Rakestraw comes in to tonight's game.
Got a pinch
as
runner.
The third hitter, and now we have a runner. Number 13, Alexis Offit, who will also then play right field. 1.69 ERA for Taylor Smith, 118 strikeouts. So she's a power pitcher. That was a bad break there on the Rakestraw. Hit that ball to the wall, but fell rounding first and had to hold on first base. So now we have runners on first and third, one out. Carson Barrick, second baseman for Walkersville, now at the plate. Checks the sign with head coach, third base coach, Randy Hickelman. A little late on that. Swung through that pitch and a stolen base for designated runner Alexis Offit. So we have runners at second and third, one out. Taylor Smith looking for the strikeout here. A little high.
Just outside the reach. Yeah.
Yep, just out of reach of the right fielder. Mackenzie Lewis. Carson Barrick staying alive. Well hit to right field.
That's
up
at
against
the fence
the wall.
again. Here comes the run, turn to second. She's got a throw on her. Not in time.
Stand-up double and two-run score.
So the Lady Lions bats come alive here at the top of the first inning early.
Yeah, this is not something you see against Taylor Smith very often. As we said, 1.69 ERA coming into tonight's game, and
second base is Barrick.
Two.
Barrick on second.
On second, yep, with the double, 2 RBIs. Helly Putman now up, third baseman. Oh, had her hung up.
Had her in the hot box there, didn't they?
Yep.
It was a rundown, and She didn't check that lead runner, but threw
Yep.
to first.
Yep. So Barrick advances to third on the ground out by Haley Putnam.
2 out. That'll bring Hinkleman to the plate, the pitcher for the Lady Lions.
Carolyn Hickman comes into tonight's game batting .486, one of the leaders with batting average for Walkersville. And she takes a big rip. Fouls it off. Taylor Smith looks to the dugout, gets a sign from the coach, sets.
Swing and a miss. Interesting observation is that Coach Valentine is signaling in each pitch from the dugout.
Yep, both catcher and pitcher are looking. I believe they get a number code. They then look at their wristband to see what that pitch is. 2 strikes now on Hickman, and she fouls it off, stays alive.
And I believe the reason for that is because, keep in mind, Taylor Smith is a freshman. She has never pitched in high school softball.
And catcher
softball.
Megan Gray's a 10th grader. So a young battery there for Catoctin.
Yeah. Foul tipped it again. Hinkleman stays alive. You know, you mentioned that Taylor's not experienced this in the first inning. She actually didn't give up a single run all last week in 3 games. Not one single run. She gave up 1 hit on the entire week.
Wow, impressive. In the previous matchup, April 19th, she only gave up 1 run to these same Walkersville Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Ball, a little outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Boy, the weather couldn't be much nicer today, huh, Michael?
Certainly is. I'd say mid-70s, a little bit of a light breeze. Swing and a miss, and she fanned her.
But not before Walkersville gets 2 runs on the board.
A little damage there.
Top of the first.
We're going to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors for making this game possible. That is Bollinger's Restaurant, located right there on Church Street, right by the bridge, across the street from Ace Hardware. For Center of Life Chiropractic, down on Water Street, Dr. John will get you all adjusted just the right way. And then finally, Freedom Auto Auction up in Gettysburg. Thank you so much for sponsoring today's high school softball game. We'll be right back after this break from our sponsors.
Everyone in Thurmont knows the Bollinger family. If you stop someone on the street and ask them what comes to mind when I say Bollinger, they'll always answer great food, warm, friendly place to eat, and honest, hard-working church-going folks. That's right. For 60 years, the Bollinger family has been welcoming friends and neighbors to the Bollinger Restaurant, located on North Church Street in Thurmont, where Donna and her son Josh are always greeting people with a smile right by the door, or working hard in the kitchen to bring you food that you'll swear was cooked by your mama. Bollinger's Restaurant is open weekdays from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., Wednesday from 11 to 8, and Sundays from 7 to 2. Ask about their lunch and dinner specials, and don't forget to check out their award-winning barbecue.
All right, we are back with you here live at Catoctin High School, where our Lady Cougars have come for their first bat. Leadoff batter for the Cougars.
Kara Watkins, shortstop. Kara comes into today's game batting .450.
Kara, batting right-hander, steps into the box. Wind and deliver from Hinkleman, low and inside. Change up for a strike. That was a nice pitch right there.
Yeah. I've watched Carolyn pitch down at Walkersville against Boonesboro, 1-0 win for Walkersville, and she uses that off-speed pitch quite effectively.
There's another one just a little low.
Yep. Unlike Taylor, Carolyn's really not a power pitcher. She doesn't strike out a lot of batters, just good control and relies on her defense. She comes in with a 2.64 ERA.
Low, ball 4. So Watkins does what she's supposed to do, and she works her through the count for the base on balls.
Yep.
That's going to bring Sakari to the plate. Avery be batting for the Lady Cougars.
With an
Second
impressive 5.11 average, 8 home runs, 26 RBIs.
Ball 1 to Sakari.
This is one tough lineup to get through. You really don't want to be walking batters. Foul tip.
Megan Gray, the leader in home runs for most of the season. Sakari overtook her last week. Now Sakari takes a changeup for a called strike.
This is one solid lineup for Catoctin. 5 of the leaders in the county, 5 of their 9. As you noted, 3 of the top 5 home run hitters in the county are here in the Catoctin lineup.
Sakari showing bunt now, got it way out in front. Pulls her bat back, rips it, it's deep, that one's gone. Say goodnight.
No doubt about it.
2-run shot over the fence, ties it up. And Sakari pads her lead in the CMC as the home run leader of the county.
And just that quickly, we're tied up.
And she fought that one off the inside of the bat off her hands. Did you notice?
Yeah, I think, and that square to bunt is just a timing thing. You know, it's interesting to see that because you also see that out of the Catoctin Cougars baseball team.
They do a lot of that, and maybe there's a little copycat going on there. And, you know, hey, if it works, you use it.
That's right. That's exactly right.
All right, so that's going to bring Megan Gray to the plate. Gray also an excellent hitter. The catcher for the Lady Cougars, she takes a swing and a miss.
Yep. The sophomore comes in with 7 home runs, batting .526.
Oh, she bloops a little one-hopper and an underhand,
well
and they
played.
get her. Good play by the second baseman.
Great pitch by Hickelman. Got her with that changeup a little out in front of it.
Yes, she did.
Carson
Second baseman
attacked it.
Barrick,
Yep.
just very patient, waiting for the ball to come to her, charged on it a little bit, and then stopped because it looked like it might have a little English on it.
Yes. Quick underhand toss to first baseman Izzy Dietrich. Just outside.
Ball outside to Taylor Smith, the pitcher now. 1 out.
Taylor,
Bottom of the first, tie score, 2 apiece.
Taylor, the right-handed pitcher, bats left-handed.
Hard grounder to the second baseman. Barrett gloves it, throws to first, and they retire the side. No, check that.
Two.
It's 2 outs. 2 outs.
Left fielder, Madison Older, steps to the plate, a 9th grader.
She takes a ball, a little bit high. Inside, ball 2. Cougars 8-1 in the Gamble division, first place. Called strike at the knees. 2-1 in the count. to Oler.
Walkersville 10-1 in Gambrill. So we're seeing two of the best.
Change up.
Great.
Down to the first baseman, a one hopper. She gloves it, steps on the bag, and the inning's over. So at the end of 2 complete innings, the Cougars put 2 on base and 2 come home. Even the score up at 2 apiece on 2 hits, 2 runs and no errors. We'll be right back after this.
Located on Water Street in downtown Thurmont is one of the most treasured gifts to our community, led by Dr. John Hageman and a wonderful team of people who put your health first. Chiropractic services, Pilates, massage therapy. Center of Life is dedicated to helping healing and recovery take place in your whole body. And Center of Life employs the exact same philosophy when it comes to payment. They know that everyone is different, so they do not accept insurance, but rather have an honor system that allows you to discreetly pay what you can afford. If you're suffering from neck pain, back pain, loss of feeling, tingling, or numbness, and the stresses of ordinary life, check out Dr. John and his professional team of specialists who have been helping thousands like yourself for years and years of service to our community, with hours Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9
All right, we're back with you live for the start of the top of the 2nd inning. And Taylor Smith steps onto the mound. Batting now in order is Dietrich. The first baseman for the Lady Lions takes a called strike. I noticed that Taylor Smith has to sort of block her eyes a little bit. She's got the sun right in her face right now. So she's kind of shading her eyes with her hand there as she steps up. Swing and a foul tip into the glove. Off the glove and out front for strike 2. 0-2 the count now to Dietrich.
Early on, it just looks like Walkersville's not able to catch up with the fastball. Yep, and you're exactly right. To see Coach Valentine, Taylor has to cover her eyes.
Foul tip back to the screen. Dietrich stays alive in the count. 0-2. Swirling, unpredictable wind out here. It's coming, one moment's coming from the north, the next from the south. Low, ball 1.
Good eye, Izzy. There, drops that one low.
1-2 the count to Dietrich. Here in the top of the 2nd. Tie score, 2-2. Nice pitch, just a shade outside. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Again, infield playing middle depth. Outfield playing middle depth. Giving a lot of room to the fence.
Yep. Basically, the way they position their defense, it's like try to hit it over our heads. And play the percentages that, try to take away that short blooping base hit.
Ball 3, the count goes full to Dietrich, the leadoff batter here in the top of the 2nd. Foul tip back out over our broadcast tent.
John Cannon ducks instead of reaching up and grabbing it.
John Cannon of Frederick News Post fame, the brilliant sports writer for the FNP.
Coach Henkelman and Izzy with a conference down the third base line.
Ball 4, Dietrich with a good at-bat, solid bat.
Quality
drove her deep
at-bat.
into the pitch count.
Yep. Earned that base on ball, fouled a few off. That's,
It's kind of the same way they got at it in the first inning, isn't it?
yep, courtesy runner. Number 2, Lindsay Worley, runs at first base for Walkersville.
That'll bring Swan to the plate.
And center fielder Anna Swan. Okay, now umpire has to find
Make
his
an
lineup
adjustment.
card, make the
Adjustment for the runner,
the
yeah.
note.
The pinch runner. All right, he says, let's go. So Swan steps into the batter's box, touches the plate with her bat.
Catoctin expecting a bunt here. And
She swings away. It's an infield pop.
Oh, that's spinning all over the place.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
She lost
Yeah.
it in the sun. Great says. She
Yeah.
puts her hands up and like, I don't know where it went.
Yep. When she turned and looked towards the dugout, that was right at the sun.
The
And
ball was playable.
Ball blew all the way back over towards the third base dugout. Yeah, it wasn't quite high enough for third baseman
0-1 the count
Mazaleski to get in there.
to Swan. Swing and a miss. Gray fakes the pickoff to first base. The runner dives back, that pinch runner.
Yep, forces Worley to get her uniform dirty.
Struck her out.
High, hard one.
Second strikeout of the game for Taylor Smith.
There's number 9 in the order.
She's averaging 10 strikeouts a game in this season.
Impressive.
He had 13 in the game last week against Liberty.
Tori Childers, left fielder for Walkersville.
Strike. Fastball right over the plate to Childers. Swing and a miss. Down to first on the throw, and they didn't get her. She got back in time.
Good, solid play, though.
Gray gets that ball out of her glove fast.
Yep. And on the money, Watkins with the tag, but Lions base runner Worley just under.
Struck her out.
Another high, hard one, and they can't hold up. Rolls us to the top. Shortstop Ella Montgomery.
Montgomery struck out in her first at bat. 2 out. Runner on first. Top of the second. Swing and a miss.
Yep.
Yeah, they're struggling with
High-
Taylor Smith's velocity.
You have that high, hard one, and
Yeah.
they got to lay off of it.
Yeah, and they're both. Yeah, you're right, because they are balls.
Yeah, they're not catching up to it.
They're just too juicy. They got to go after it. Well hit
Ooh.
down the left field line and out of play. She pulled it foul. So when you connect on that kind of velocity pitch, it's going somewhere.
Well, actually, I believe that was a changeup. She was so far out in front of it, but yep, solid bat speed and solid hit over the fence, but foul in left field. But yeah, the fastball, if you catch it,
Outside.
as Carson Barrick did first at bat, Amelia Rakestraw, they both hit him hard all the way to the fence.
Foul tip back out over the dugout. Not a play. Montgomery stays alive.
Perfect ball return, rolls down the hill.
Good engineering. Got that berm in just the right angle. Another chop foul out over the other dugout, over the Walkersville dugout. Now to play is...
They're really forcing Taylor to throw a lot of pitches.
She's thrown quite a few so far. I don't know a pitch count on her, but...
The one article talked about, was it Linganore, 118 pitches?
Yep.
7-inning game.
Talked about her mom being a physical therapist, having to ice her arm down. Tip foul to the screen.
She just can't lay off a high fastball.
Yeah, but she's trying to stay alive, and she's just afraid that thing's going to die up over the plate on her. It's hard to tell when you've got a pitcher that's got good velocity like that. Everything looks fast. So Smith has to shade her eyes to look into the dugout for the pitch signal. So that gives me a little bit better idea where the sun angle is over the dugout, not over the plate. Swing and a miss, and she struck her out to end the inning. Well, that's it. After 1.5 innings, with 1 walk, no hits, no errors, and no runs, the Cougars retire the side, and they'll come to the plate. Leading off here for the Catoctin Cougars will be Oler, Miller, and Lewis. We'll be right back after this break.
Getting bigger, better, and faster every single week with up to 100 cars to choose from, and that number just keeps growing. Do you want to buy a car like the dealers do and pay only wholesale? Welcome to freedom. Do you want to get 100 buyers online and in person looking at the car you are selling? Welcome to freedom. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
All right, we're back with you here live, and there's a blooper in the infield. And they can't get a glove on it. It drops in for a base hit. So Miller with the leadoff base hit.
That ball came off Regan Miller's bat. A lot of spin on it. Carson Barrick from her second base position could not quite get it in the air, and then it spun away from her a little too far. The hustle and Miller with the infield base hit.
Lewis at the plate now. Shows bunt, lays one down right in front of the plate. It's a beauty. Oh, and she overthrows the glove of the first baseman, so the runner holds at second. So that'll be an error on the first baseman, charge to the first baseman.
Actually, that was the second baseman, Barrick, rotated over on the bunt rotation, just not able to glove that throw. So with runners on first and second base,
Mazalewski at the plate. Throw down the second. She gets back in time. LaPianca showing some good arm strength on that throw, Coach.
Yep. Not afraid to throw it around. Trust her defense.
Another beautiful bunt laid down the third baseline. The throw to first gets her, but the sack bunt advances both runners.
Yep. Beautiful job.
And they're playing a little small ball out here.
So 1 out brings up center fielder Paige Smith.
Paige Smith, the bottom of the order for the Lady Cougars. And we've got a equipment adjustment over on third base. Coach Valentine taking care of Miller's shoe. Now time in. Smith takes a called strike at the knees. Shot down the third baseline, out of play, foul ball. 0-2 now to Smith. Let's see what Hinkleman will do with a little wiggle room here in the pitch count. Yes, and she throws that changeup, but it's a little high, and Smith does not go after it. 1-2 the count. Fastball chopped down the line, foul ball. Coach Valentine does a little dance there.
Showing the agility over there in the third base coach's box.
Some Valentine played a little softball in her day. Fastball way high.
Oh.
Go ahead. You saw what happened that time?
Reagan Miller took her secondary lead, and then on her return to the third base bag, fell down. If Madison, the catcher...
Oh, base hit! Oh, out in the field, gets by the center fielder to the fence. Here comes one run in to score, another run in to score. So a double, 2 RBI double for Smith.
Yeah, Anna Swan made the effort, just could not come up with that line drive. Got under her glove, rolled all the way to the wall, forced right fielder Alexis Offit to rotate over and get it off.
Here comes Coach Hinkleman out to the mound. I think he's going to bring another pitcher in. Looks like he's looking for a replacement here.
Yep. Izzy Dietrich will move from first base to pitcher.
So I've got Miller on with the single, Lewis with the error, Mazaleski,
the bunt,
the sacrifice bunt for the first out, and then Smith with the double, 2 RBI double, and it's a 4-2 lead for the Cougars.
Yep. Now Izzy Dietrich goes from first to pitcher.
So Hinkleman's going to first. I don't know, Coach. You think she pulled her a little too early? I thought she was doing okay.
Don't know.
Okay. Well, it's his daughter, right?
Yeah. Yep. He knows her. I don't like the way she's standing there. Like maybe she pulled something, but that's a total speculation on my part.
Yeah. Okay.
Dad's trying to cheer her up. Dad being head coach Randy Hickleman.
Okay, she looks okay to me.
Yep.
Walking.
Yep.
Yeah, she's all right.
Okay now.
Let's see what happens then. Okay, well that's going to bring back to the top of the order. That's going to bring Watkins to the plate. Watkins walked in her first at bat to start out that 2-run rally, that first inning. Here in the bottom of the second, she takes a called strike. From Dietrich. High fastball, ball 1, 1-1 the count. 1 out, runner on second, bottom of the second. Cougars lead at 4-2. Called strike out over the plate.
Down into knees, nice low pitch.
1-2 the count.
That's the pitcher's pitch, and you want to get that call.
Chop to third baseman. She backhands it. Throw to first. They got her.
Nice play.
So Watkins grounds out. The runner advances to third. That being Smith. So that'll make it 2 out with a runner on third. And Sakari at the plate. Sakari homered. 2-run shot over the fence in her last at bat. Chops that one to shortstop. She 2-hops it. Throw to first, and they got her. So the defense gets out of that inning, but not until the Cougars do a little 2-run damage on 2 hits. 2 runs and 1 error. We moved to the top of the 3rd inning here at Catoctin High School. We'll be right back.
Where do you get your real-time information? News, weather, traffic, school delays, and cancellations. At Cool 1450 AM, one of our most important resources is FrederickScanner.com. Live traffic cams, weather cams, city and county resources, police, fire and rescue. Anyone living, working, and traveling in and around Frederick should bookmark FrederickScanner.com on their PC or go to their Facebook page and download the mobile app today. FrederickScanner.com. A live information window to Frederick County.
All right, we're back with you live here. So a good inning for the Cougars. They put 2 more on the board, take a 4-2 lead. And around to the plate now comes the Lady Lions. Leadoff batter, LaBianca.
Up on top of the hill after 2 innings, it's Walkersville 1, Catoctin 1 in the baseball game on the other side of the hill here.
Check that. I got Montgomery at the plate.
No, it's Lampiaca,
Is it
number
is?
5.
Oh, yeah, there's a number. Okay, I see
Yep.
it. Number 5. Swing and a miss. Big rangy catcher for the Lady Lions. Takes a high fastball outside.
Boy, I'm just so impressed with Taylor Smith, 9th grader. As dominant as she is now as a 9th grader here at Catoctin. Just how dominant will she be in a few years as she grows and physically matures a little bit more?
The potential is just amazing. Fastball outside.
3-1.
3-1, the count.
Lampiaca being very patient at the plate.
Here's
She
her
comes
pitch right here.
She comes in with a 600 batting average. 4 home runs.
Called strike, evens the count in full.
Lampiaca had a clutch home run against Boonesboro. 1-0 ball game, and that was the only run off the bat. Madison Lampiaca. One of her 4 home runs this season.
Well hit into center field. Center fielder settles underneath it. Makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So LaBianca flies out to center field. That'll bring Rakestraw to the plate. Rakestraw with the single. Well, actually, it was a double to the fence.
But she fell around first.
Right.
Had to hold it first.
Chop foul. Handcuffed chopper. Ooh, third base had a chance on it in foul territory, but can't make the play. So the count moves to 0-2 on Rakestraw. Outfield playing a little bit deeper now on Rakestraw than the last at bat. Still not terribly deep, about mid-level. Swing and a miss. And she struck her out. So the 5th K of the day for Taylor. And the Lady Lions go 2 up and 2 down. That'll bring Barrick to the plate. Barrick with a double in her last at bat to the fence. Excellent hit. Swing and a miss. She went after a low one there. Whoa, a really high one. Megan Gray has to get on a step ladder and bring that one down. Good reflexes.
Surprised that she had just enough reach to get that one.
Well, she caught it on the outside webbing of that catcher's mitt, for sure. Like a first baseman's glove on that one. Chop foul. Barrick stays alive. The thing I notice about Gray, and you watch for this, coach, is she smacks her fist into her glove right before the pitcher winds. Watch. And it's kind of throws you off a bit. You think the ball's already gone. A one-hopper off speed in the dirt. Foul tipped away. Out over the dugout.
Staying alive. Carson with a solid at bat.
Just a little bit behind
That fastball, yep.
that fastball. If they can get their timing on this, that ball's going to rip. Ooh, that was close. Right at the knees.
Full count.
Full count. Swing and a miss. And she struck her out. Threw that fastball right by her, coach.
Yep. Just overpowering.
So in the top of the third, the Lady Lions go 3 up and 3 down. No hits, no runs, no errors. And we'll move ahead to the bottom of the third inning where the Cougars will come to the plate batting in order. We've got Sakari, Gray, and Smith. We'll be right back after this message.
Broadcasting. Since 2008, we have broadcast more high school sporting events than any radio station in the 4-state area. Football, basketball, baseball, and softball. Regular season playoffs and state championships from Southern PA to Brunswick, the western mountains of Maryland to the eastern shore. Cool Oldies 1450 THU is #1 in high school sports broadcasting.
All right, we are back with you live where Megan Gray has stepped into the batter's box to lead off batter here in the bottom of the third. Gray grounded out to the second base in her last at bat. She goes golfing after that one and swings for the strike. Ball low and inside, 1-1 the count. high infield pop-up. First base calls it, and Hinkleman makes the catch.
Good communication right off the bat. Hinkleman calling for the ball.
That'll bring Taylor Smith, the pitcher, to the plate. Taylor grounded out to second in her last at bat. Takes a strike right over the plate. Batting left-handed.
Is she the only left-hander we've seen both teams?
I don't think so. I think there's one more on the Cougars. Strike 2 to Taylor Smith. 0-2. Bottom of the third, one out. Cougars lead at 4-2. Handcuff chopped down the left field line, out of play.
She just fought that one off. Dietrich had her timing off balance.
This one deep into center field, a high fly ball. Center fielder makes the catch. And I wasn't sure she was going to make it. She's lost it in the sun for a little bit there.
Like she's rubbing her eyes a little bit. Anna Swan.
So a high fly out by Taylor Smith to center field for the second out of the inning. That'll bring Oler to the plate. Oler batting right-handed. Takes a change-up high for ball one. All the Walkersville faithful in their lawn chairs down there just beyond the Walkersville dugout on third base line. Ball outside.
Nice crowd here today. The good weather brings them out. Also the good softball.
Well hit into left field. A line drive right into the glove of the left fielder for the final out.
Tori Chowders in the right place on that one, boy. That ball was smoked to left field.
Certainly was. That had a lot of mustard on it. So the Cougars go 3 up and 3 down. We move to the top of the fourth inning. Coming to the plate, Putnam, Hinkleman, and Dietrich will be right back.
High-Low Auto Sales with locations in Frederick and Mount Airy and our new location in Cockeysville, Maryland. We specialize in high-quality vehicles at low prices. All types of credit, financing, or leasing. You drive away with peace of mind in a vehicle with a High-Low Sales 6-month, 6,000-mile warranty. Find out about the High-Low difference at one of the leading independent automobile dealers in Maryland. That's High-Low Auto Sales. We look forward to serving you at highlowAutoSales.com.
All right, we are back with you here live. The top of the fourth inning. Cougars lead at 4-2, and we've had off mic here. We were discussing this. We said what has started out to be what looked like it might be a slugfest has turned into a bit of a pitching duel now. We've got two back-to-back 3 ups and 3 downs.
Not surprisingly, though. I mean, both teams strong batters, but also very good pitching. That's why they're leading the Gambrel division record-wise this season.
So Putnam takes a called strike. She grounded out to short in her last at bat. High fastball gets away from Smith. Smith having trouble seeing the signal from the dugout now, and that last pitch, Valentine had to yell it out to her. She said 3-1-3. Swing and a miss.
Just unhittable up in the zone. That fastball from Taylor Smith, just too fast.
Another high one. 2-2 the count to Putnam. Fastball outside. We go to a full count now. To the leadoff batter here. Shot foul and into the Walkersville faithful. Good catch. One of the parents made a barehanded catch.
Nice basket catch. Good use of two hands.
Sign that man up to a contract. A little chopper, gloved by the second baseman, throw to first, then they got her. So Putnam grounds out. But taking Smith all the way deep into the full count.
Good 7 pitches there at that bat, maybe more.
Yeah.
Brings up first baseman Carolyn Hickelman.
Hickelman takes a fastball outside for ball 1.
She laid off that high fastball, and Dad gives her a little bit of applause from the third base coaching boxes.
Hinckelman struck out in her first at bat. Swing and a miss. That one was right at the knees. High fastball again. She check swinged. That one about helmet high.
Up on the hill, they move into the top of the 4th. Catoctin baseball, Cougars 2, Walkersville 1.
That's a good game. Swing and a miss.
Costello pitching for Catoctin Cougars and Remsburg for the Walkersville Lions.
2-2 the count to Hinckelman. We go full again. 1 out. No runners on. Top of the 4th. Cougars lead it 4-2. Swing and a miss. She struck her out.
I got 8 strikeouts already for Taylor.
I confirm.
Wow. Against a solid lineup of Walkersville Lions.
Both these teams, I believe, are going to go deep into the playoffs.
Izzy Dietrich now pitching at bat for Walkersville.
Dietrich swings and misses for a strike. Dietrich walked in her first at bat in the second inning. 0-1 the count. A roller to the plate. Taylor smiles, laughs, kind of dances around there, flips her ponytail. Now she checks her wristband, and she's ready. Called strike. Fastball right over the meat of the plate. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss. And she struck her out for the 9th strikeout of the game. So once again, the Lady Lions go 3 up and 3 down with 2 strikeouts in that inning. No hits, no runs, no errors. We move to the bottom of the 4th with the Cougars coming to bat. Miller, Lewis, and Mazaleski will be right back.
People's Restaurant? It's the diner, and you won't find a better one than the Mountain View Diner. It's the ultimate comfort food. From delicious appetizers to sandwiches to succulent entrees, the Mountain View Diner can satisfy any taste. If it's mouth-watering Greek fare you're after, the Mountain View Diner will not disappoint. And don't forget the famous cheesecake. Mountain View Diner on West Patrick Street in Frederick and in Charlestown, West Virginia, across from the casino. A winner 3 years in a row for a Best of Frederick Award. And people who love great food eat at the People's Restaurant, the Mountain View Diner.
All right, we're back with you live. Ground ball to the second baseman. She bobbles it, throws it backhand, and she's safe. There's a between the runner and the first baseman, and everybody looks okay. So the backhand stab by the second baseman, and she barehands it and throws it backhanded, lobs it to the first baseman, but it's a little high and pulls the first baseman off.
Unofficially, I'm going to credit her with her second infield base hit, her being batter Reagan Miller. That was a fantastic play by Berg just to get her glove on the ball and then to try to toss it over her shoulder. And
Agree
as you
completely.
said, collision there at first base. Looks like Henkelman and Miller are both okay. They're both up, ready to go.
Lewis at the plate. I want to tell you, when Miller got down on first base, she was shaking her hands. That one stung her fingers. Down to the shortstop, she gloves it, throw to second, and they miss it. They drop it at second, so the runner goes in standing up, and the error will go to the second baseman.
That's the second ball tonight that Carson Berrick, the toss was a bit high, but she got a glove on it, unable to just haul it in. Could not control it.
No outs, runners on first and second. Fastball outside. Ball 1 to Mazaleski. Mazaleski with the sac bunt in her first at bat.
I would not be surprised if she doesn't do the same right there.
There it is. Beauty right out over the plate. Picks it up, throw to first in time. But not until she advances both runners. And it, just like you draw it up in the small ball book. Mazaleski with another sac bunt. A beauty.
Yep. Just put the ball right down out in front of the plate. Catcher had to jump out and grab it quick.
That'll bring Smith to the plate. Page doubled in her last at bat. She takes a fastball high for ball 1. Called strike at the knees.
Nice pitch. Beautiful location by Dietrich.
That's hit well in the center field. She goes back, makes the catch. The runner tags on third and goes home. So the sacrifice fly by Smith gets it done to center field. It drives Miller in, And they tack another run on.
When your number 9 batter in the order has 3 RBIs, you know that batting order is loaded. Brings us around to the top, Kara Watkins.
She takes a called strike at the knees. Watkins grounded out in her last at bat to first base. 1 for 2 on the day. Takes another strike. Beauty right out over the corner of the plate. She turns to Coach Valentine and says, "No, that wasn't a strike." But that's not what the umpire said, dear. 0-2 the count. She got that one. Base hit into right field. Here comes a run around third. She bobbles it in right field. The throw in, but a base hit single, RBI single by Watkins to keep the drive alive. And that brings Lewis in. The Cougars take a 6-2 lead now. The bottom of the fourth. Sakari at the plate. Sakari takes a called strike. She grounded out in her last bat, homered in her first.
Yeah. Well, if you're Walkersville, you want to get out of this inning right now before you fall too far behind.
2 out, runner on first. Ooh. Base hit into right field. The runner holds up at second. And so a nice single. Sakari rips a single and moves Watkins into scoring position. That'll bring Gray to the plate. Gray popped out to first base in her last at bat. Grounded out in her first at bat. She's 0 for 2 on the day. Let's see if she can get on the board. Handcuffed to the second baseman. She drops it. Throw to first. No, she bobbles it on the ground, and the bases load up. So Gray gets on. Watkins goes to third. Sakari to second.
A defensive substitution. Kelsey Canterbury in to replace second baseman Carson Barrick.
Taylor Smith at the plate. Taylor 0 for 2 on the day. She flew out to center field in her last at bat. Timeout on the field. Making an adjustment for that second baseman coming in on the umpire's lineup card, and now he's ready. Here we go. High infield, easy out for the third baseman. She catches it, and they get out of that one with bases loaded. So the Cougars strand 3, but not until on 2 base hits and 1 error. They get 2 runs, and we come out of this to the top of the 5th inning here, with Walkersville coming to bat here in order. Swan, Childers, and Montgomery. We'll be right back.
Time to stop in and visit the friendly team at Thermont's Napa Auto Parts. Warm weather is here to stay, and that means lots of driving with increased wear and tear on your vehicle. Thermont Napa is the place to get everything you need to prepare your car as Mother Nature turns up the heat. Your local source for everything to keep your vehicle on the road. Don't forget, they also have select lawn, garden, and marine supplies. Thermont Napa. They'll keep you running.
Family owned and operated, Chef's Meat Market is your down-home local butcher with the freshest selection of meats around. Located at 12247 Bulger Road in Thermont to serve you.
All right, we're back with you live here. As we move to the top of the 5th inning, the Cougars with a comfortable now 6-2 lead over the Walkersville Lions, who jumped out to a 2-run lead in the 1st inning, but the Cougars immediately tied it up and then never looked back from there. Bit of a pitching duel until we got to this 4th inning. Then the Cougars' bats came alive. Chopped foul.
Center fielder Anna Swan in the batter's box for Walkersville to lead us off here in the top of the 5th.
Swan struck out in her first bat. Chop foul again. 0-2 the count to Swan.
Anna's an aggressive batter. She swings. Oh, rips that one foul. Out of play down the third base line. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss on the hard one. 1 out. Brings the left fielder for Walkersville, Tori Chados, to the plate. Tori 0 for 1 on the evening. Taylor with 10 strikeouts so far. Tori takes that one low, drops the hands like she was going to bunt and pulls back. Fights off that fastball, but foul. Third base line, stays in play. Third baseman Carly Mazaleski fights off the sun and pulls that one in. Rolls us to the top of the order for Walkersville. Shortstop Ella Montgomery. Well hit. Home run. Leadoff batter Ella Montgomery with that drive to center field just over the fence. That'll bring to the plate catcher Madison Lampianca for the Walkersville Lions. With the score now 6-3, Catoctin. Madison takes the first pitch low, ball 1. Ooh, hard ground ball up the middle off the body of Taylor Smith. Base hit for Madison. Taylor waves off Coach Valentine, says, "I'm fine."
Wow, that ball almost hit her right in the chin, didn't it?
Yep. Bounced up. I think she did get her glove on it as a deflection.
She
got a little bit of the momentum.
Yeah, it was a line shot right back at her chin.
And now Amelia Rakestraw comes to the plate for Walkersville, the number 3 hitter in the order. Designated player. I'll tell you what, To Walkersville's credit, they're hacking away. They're not taking a lot of pitches.
Got a pinch runner coming in.
Yep, courtesy runner for the catcher, Lampianca. We have looks like number 8, Riley Sheets. Coach breaks in some new softballs and rub them up a little bit of dirt. Yep. Rakeshaw. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
I threw a change up there.
Yep, a little change up. Swings through the fastball.
Struck her out.
For the 3rd out. So 1 run on the power of the Ella Montgomery home run. 2 hits, 1 run in. 6-3 Catoctin as we played through the top of 5.
Be right back after this message.
This can be a busy time of year, running around getting ready for company, visiting friends, or spending time enjoying family. We are all too familiar with the growing list of errands that need our attention. Gary the barber knows how busy life can get, and so he makes sure that your convenience and a great haircut are first on his list. Call Gary the barber today. Gary the barber has hours to accommodate any busy schedule. 301-305-7895.
Hey everyone, Gary the Barber is open for business. Just call 301-305-7895 to make an appointment right away. That's 301-305-7895. Get a great haircut today. All right, we're back with you here live where the Cougars are batting. The umpire wants to dust that plate off, gets that little whisper out of his pocket. Oler, the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 5th. Oler 0 for 2 on the day, takes the ball low. Inside, curveball. 0 for 2. 3-0?
3-0. Mm-hmm.
Got the wrong hand there. That's a strike.
And she takes base on balls. Only the 2nd walk of the night for the Cougars.
So Oler gets on. That'll bring Miller to the plate. Bunt out front, and they bobble it. The pitcher bobbles it, and the runner gets on. So Miller lays down the bunt, gets on with the single. Moves Oler around to second. We have runners on first and second now. Lewis steps into the box. She's 2 for 2 on the night. An error and a single. A one-hopper gets by the catcher. There go the runners. They'll run around turn on the 3rd, and then she comes back as the pitcher covers. So the pass ball advances the runners.
Takes away the need to sacrifice, but that Catoctin has done so well tonight. Lets Lewis just swing away.
And she does. Swing and a miss. Well hit through the shortstop and into left field. The run comes in. Another runner turns to throw it home, not in time, and 2 runs score. And so Lewis gets a 2 RBI double.
Big base hit. Well struck through the hole between short and third.
Actually, they score that a single for Lewis, and she gets the extra base on the throw home. Called strike to Mazaleski.
So far, Carly has 2 perfect sacrifice bunts on the evening.
I don't think she'll be doing that here. Ball 1. 1-1 the count to Mazaleski.
Yep, with the runner just on second and now an 8-3 lead. They'll let Carly swing away.
In the dirt. 2-1. Fastball inside.
Works to count to full. Oh, my bad. It was 3-1. Now
Yep, now it's full count. Yeah. So the runner will go on this one.
No.
Chop foul. Inside ball 4. And Mazaleski draws the walk.
3 for 3 on base tonight for Carly. Brings up center fielder Paige Smith.
That OBP, right?
Yep.
100% OBP. I watched Moneyball last night, again for the second time. Really enjoyed that movie. Swing and a miss. It's about the Oakland A's back in 2005. They let all of their big players go, and they brought in players no other metric except getting on base percentage.
Yep. On base.
Base hit down the left field line. The runner rounds third. Here comes a slide into third. Safe at third, and the run scores. So an RBI double as Smith keeps the drive alive.
Paige having a big night. Her 4th RBI and 2nd double of the night. Coach Hinkleman out of the dugout. Up on the hill, Walkersville has taken a 4-2 lead in the top of the 5th in the baseball game.
Big game up there, playing for the same kind of situation that's here, and that's playoff standings. 1-loss percentage is huge. The boys do not play a championship CMC game, I understand. Do they?
They have in the past.
They have?
Yes, they have.
I did not see it on the schedule when I looked today.
Yep. We'll have to double check that and for the fans.
Let's ask the Frederick News Post guy. Are the boys playing baseball, playing the CMC championship? Do you know when and where? May 10th for softball. Yeah, FCC makes sense. So
they have played at FCC in the past.
Yeah, thank you, John Cannon. So we're assuming FCC between the number 1 team in the Gambrel, number 1 team in the Spires division, will play for bragging rights for best of the CMC.
And that almost certainly will be Catoctin from the Gambrel. The Spires, a little different situation because you got 3 teams with 1 or 2 loss in the division. Tuscarora, Urbana, Thomas Johnson. Linganor's been coming on strong lately. So the Spires division of the baseball is up for grabs.
Certainly is. So we've got a
pitching change.
New pitcher on the mound for Walkersville, number 14.
Carissa Luther.
That's her. Carissa warming up.
See what else we got. And then Dietrich moves back to first base. And Hinkleman moved over to second base.
Okay.
Everything else looks the same.
So that'll bring Watkins to the plate. Watkins singled in her last at bat. High off-speed pitch, ball 1 to Watkins. Runners on second and third, no out. Bottom of the 5th. Cougars lead at 9-3. Oh, she's drilled that one down to the third base line. Just foul.
Mazaleski on third base is like holding her hands over her face like, woo!
That was close.
And smoked between her and Coach Valentine down the third base line.
You got to be aware all the time. In baseball, you got to pay attention. High, inside, chop, handcuffed, fly, and the second baseman makes it.
Yep, high pop-up.
So
Hinkleman settles under it.
Watkins flies out, an infield fly out for the first out of the inning. That'll bring Sakari to bat, who singled in her last at bat.
2 for 3, a home run and that single, as you mentioned.
Chop foul out over the dugout. 0-1 the count to Sakari.
Sakari, one of 3 seniors in the Catoctin lineup.
Another handcuff chop foul. Fighting that one off at the hands.
Yeah, I can't pick up the spin from here, but that ball from Luther is getting in there quick, getting in on their hands.
Showing bunt now. High changeup for a ball. Another high one.
2-2.
That one's down the right field line, right at the pitch, and it's over for the home run. So Sakari adds another HR to her record there.
And adds 3 RBIs.
Drives in 3 runs in the process.
Whew. She fought that one off.
She did.
And strong enough.
Opposite field fought it off.
Opposite field home run. Impressive.
Six-run inning for Catoctin here at the bottom of the 5th. Swing, chop foul. Megan Gray.
So one more run. Does it end the game, Michael?
Yes,
10
sir.
10-run lead after 5.
That's correct. No runners on.
See if Carissa can get Walkersville.
And she drills it down the third base line. It's just foul.
Yep.
Line drive over the third baseman's head. And Gray goes back to the plate. foul. Ball outside. Gray showing bunt now. Draws the bat back and chops it to center field. Now down over the glove over. She drops it. Second baseman drops it. Throw to second. And she sides under the tag and safe. So Hinkleman drifts back right at the grass. Loses it in the sun. Drops it. And that puts the walk-off run at second base, and we've got a pinch runner coming, courtesy runner coming in for the catcher.
Danielle Baker, number 7, Danielle Baker to run. And it brings pitcher, batter Taylor Smith to the plate.
Cougars, Taylor Smith bats around the entire order. We've gone through the entire Catoctin order now in Smith, with only one out and a runner on second. If the run scores, it's a walk-off. Called strike to Smith. Infield pop-up, shortstop settles underneath it and makes the catch. So Taylor Smith flies out to the shortstop for the second out of the inning. And we go back to Oler now. Oler walked in her last at bat. Leadoff batter for this 6-run rally here in the bottom of the 5th.
As Coach Hinkleman instructs the outfielders to throw the ball to home if there's a base hit. They got to cut off the run.
Swing and a miss. High infield.
Careful, careful.
And out of play, almost hit our cameraman.
Did he catch it?
You okay up there? Good. Tyler Wilhelm, our videographer on top of the dugout, says he's okay.
He bring his glove with him up there?
He did not. He's using his hat.
Just a bit high.
Oler 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Back to the pitcher. Pitcher can't glove it. The ball dribbles into the shortstop, and the batter gets on. So Oler gets on the little dribble over the pitcher. That'll bring Reagan Miller to the plate. Miller 3 for 3 on the day. Batting right-handed. Left-handed. How do I always get right-handed? She chops one foul down the opposite
the
field.
Second left-hander in the Catoctin order.
Yeah, I knew there were two.
Yep, Taylor Smith and Reagan Miller. Walkersville has brought the outfield way in, expecting Reagan just to chop.
And chop she does, but it goes way out over the dugout and out of play. 0-2 the count to Miller now.
Still with only one out, so a sac fly ends the game.
A one-hopper pass ball gets away from the catcher. The pitcher covers. The runner holds at third. The runner at first advances to second, so now we have runners instead of on the corner. We've got runners on second and third. Miller, a little blooper in. Shortstop makes a beautiful catch on the run. and they retire the side and strand 2 on, but not until the Cougars do a lot of damage on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 base hits and 6 runs and no errors. The Cougars jump out to a 12-3 lead. Yeah, I had to do a little math there. We'll be right back. All right, we're going to stay with you live here. We're having a little technical difficulty here. Our connection feed got a little hinky on me there.
Number 7.
Batting for
Kelsey
the Lady
Canterbury.
Lions. Swing and a miss. Smith going to the distance here. Taylor on the mound. High, ball 1. 1-1 the count. Called strike 2.
You can see the sun has rotated around a bit. The fielders for Catoctin are now shading their eyes.
Swing and a miss, and she struck her out.
12 strikeout for Taylor Smith here in the 6th inning. Third baseman Haley Putton to the plate now for Walkersville.
Well hit into the gap. Left center field at the fence. She's going to go for 2, and she walks in standing up safe. So a beautiful double to the fence in the gap.
Great stroke by Haley on the fly off the left center field fence. Stand-up double. I'll bring up Carolyn Hickelman for the Lions. Carolyn lays off the high fastball, ball 1.
She lays off the low fastball too, ball 2. One out, runner on second. Top of the 6th, swing and a miss. You can hear that pop in that glove on the radio. Taylor Smith still hitting the mark. Swing and a miss. She got her swinging.
2-2.
High fastball almost gets away from Gray, but she goes up and brings it down. Walks out onto the field and looks at that second baseman, looks her back onto the bag. Good catching by Megan Gray for the Lady Cougars. Swing and a miss. Struck her out.
Number 2, Lindsay Worley will now bat. In the Dietrich spot.
2 out, runner on second. Top of the 6th, Cougars lead it 12-3. Now
while we have a little break, up on the hill, it's now in the bottom of the 5th. Catoctin has a runner on second base, and it's 6-3 Walkersville.
Wow.
I'm just going to say I think that game is far from over.
Yeah, I agree. I was chatting with Coach Franklin last week when we were up there, and it dawned on me. We were looking at the schedule, and it dawned on me. We have watched them win 10 straight games on the radio since we've covered them.
Wow.
Yeah. It was 8 when you and I did the championship game in Waldorf. That was the 8th straight game that they'd won, not one single loss whenever we were there. So I told them, I said, I don't want to jinx it, but we're your good luck charm.
And if things don't go their way this afternoon, is he going to be looking you up?
Yes, he's going to say, why did you go do the softball game? I needed you. High fastball, ball 1. What is the young lady's name?
This is Worley.
Worley, okay.
I'm sorry. Lindsay Worley.
Got it. In the dirt. 2-0 to Worley.
Left-handed batter for Walkersville.
Check swing, called strike.
Looks like Lindsay's just trying to slap that ball towards left field.
Yeah, that was a poke, for sure. Fastball right there in the pipe. 2-2 the count. Worley steps in. Kicks a little dirt. She's ready. Swing and a miss. She got her.
14 strikeouts for Taylor Smith through 6 innings.
1 hit, no runs, no errors. We move to the bottom of the 6th with the Cougars coming up. And we've got Lewis, Mazaleski, and Smith coming to the plate. We'll be right back after this message from our sponsors here at Catoctin High School.
Time to stop it. Napa Auto Parts. Means lots of driving with increased wear and tear on your vehicle. Thermont Napa is the place to get everything you need to prepare your car as Mother Nature turns up the heat. Your local source for everything to keep your vehicle on the road. Don't forget, they also have select lawn, garden, and marine supplies. Thermont Napa. They'll keep you running.
All right, we're back with you here live at Catoctin High School. Ball outside, the first pitch.
2-0, actually.
2-0, thank you.
Yep.
Well hit, deep into center field and over the fence. A walk-off home run for Lewis to end the game. What a shot. The farthest point on the field. That's it.
Yep. 13-3. Final score. Taylor Smith pitching for Catoctin with 14 strikeouts. Older sister Paige Smith, big night with 4 RBIs. Avery Sakari, 5 RBIs. Impressive outing by the Cougars.
Yes, it is. We'll be back for our post-game wrap-up after this.
We're all busy with plenty of commitments. That's why Anytime Fitness is the perfect way to stay in shape. From either home or work, Anytime Fitness at Thurmont is always close by, and they're open 24/7. They can tailor a personalized training program to fit your workout needs. Anytime Fitness can also fashion a membership and payment plan that will be flexible enough for your on-the-go lifestyle. You'll love the 24-hour co-ed fitness center with state-of-the-art equipment designed to sculpt and tune you into shape. And when you're away from the Thurmont area, your membership guarantees you access to any of the over 1,000 clubs worldwide. Visit us at 130 Frederick Road to start your program today. Now you can stay healthy anytime with Anytime Fitness.
All right, there's the Cougars snarl, indicating another win. The Cougars go to 14-1 on the season. The big game here, Coach.
Yep, impressive lineup for the Cougars from 1 to 9. Just very difficult outs, and then that 5th inning, just too many defensive miscues by Walkersville allowed that big inning, basically blew the game open. You just can't do that against a team like this if you're Walkersville. Now Walkersville falls to 14-4, so they're a very good high school team by their own right. Just tonight, that second base position gave them some challenges, no matter who was in the lineup for Walkersville.
Well, in the Region 2A West, Walkersville is still a game out in front of Glen Elk.
So
even if Glen Elk wins tonight, they're still a game ahead.
And Walkersville, I think, may have 1 game left or 2 at the most.
Something like that.
They seem to be really on schedule. Catoctin has quite a few games yet to play the way it looks based on their schedule. But either way, and with the 6 teams in that section for Walkersville, they'll have a first-round bye. It's just a matter of you really want to host that region championship game.
Mm-hmm. You do. So what do you think? What did we learn here tonight? What did Walkersville learn tonight about themselves?
Well, I think if I'm Coach Hickelman, I'm pretty satisfied with my pitching. Though they gave up 13 runs, Hickelman's got to be solid. Dietrich, who came in relief, actually did very good, deserved better, just a few too many miscues to open the door. And then he just went, basically, I think he knew the game was over. So he went with the third pitcher, give her some experience. So, the good thing is Walkersville played a lot of players. So gave them some great experience against a very good softball team. And then, Catoctin's Catoctin. We expect them to go deep in the playoffs, as you talked about earlier. It's just a matter of, if they run into that
team
solid pitcher that is so fast that you just can't catch up with them. But I'll tell you what, this lineup, and playing in this county with the Linganores and Walkersvilles, I think they're going to be well prepared for a playoff run, even in the state level, not just the region level.
And amazingly, their only loss this year was to Middletown. Right. And that was kind of I know I chatted with some of the coaches, and that was kind of just one of those games where they just let down. They just took their foot off the pedal, and that can happen.
Yeah, as a coach, you never want to say, losing can be good, but it really can be at times. And, the way the playoffs are in the state of Maryland with a one and done, if you're going to have a bad game, have it in the regular season. Learn to mentally
Sure.
focus after that and stay focused and just say, that's never going to happen to us again.
Yeah, and I think what Catoctin learned here today is that even when they faced good pitching, and it was shut down pitching for 2 innings there, looking like this could be a defensive game, their bats finally came through, and the confidence of this batter, that's murderer's row out there.
That's
okay,
right. And for Walkersville, though they scored 3 runs, that's actually a win for them. As we talked about, Taylor Smith came in with a 1.69 ERA.
Yeah.
They scored 3 off of her, earned them all on the power of
those
the
were
home
3,
run
yes, and a
then
homer.
the doubles in the first inning. So, a lot of pluses on the Walkersville side.
Yeah. So Catoctin, they learned that their bats are what, that's their strength. That's what they got to go with. Just stay confident and work through it. And Walkersville learned that they faced a very good pitcher, maybe one of the best in the 1A division in Maryland, I might say.
Yep.
That a freshman phenom, ace, and so and they were able to take her to the fence. So a lot to go here. So Rick, really good to have you back in the booth here for softball and baseball. We're headed into the playoffs, and we had a lot of fun doing some games last year, and looking forward to it. Looks like both Catoctin softball and baseball have a good chance to go deep in the playoffs.
Yeah, the only bad thing with that is we might have to pick which game we go to.
Yeah,
because they typically play on the same nights.
Yeah, well, that's
we'll see.
It's the thing about riches, right?
Yep.
So, all right. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you on behalf of the entire Cool Olies 1450 team. Myself, Michael Betteridge, Coach Rick Little, and Tyler Wilhelm up there on the dugout, our videographer. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back. We're looking to try to do Friday, but I'm not sure because we're going to South Carroll, but there's no power there. So we're working on this situation. Just check out WTHUradio.com. Look at our sports broadcast schedule. We'll figure it out in a day or so. Thanks for tuning in.
Good night, all.
Don't worry. If you can't make it to the game or miss the broadcast, all of our high school sports games are archived and available online at WTHUradio.com.